Ahoy, little pirates! It is time for Mrs. Elvis' awesome tips for success. Here we go!
So, boys and girls, I want to talk about Spittler Elementary's Little Pirate Code. And super important, this is our guidelines, it's our principles of our school, it's what we value. And so it's very important that we know what it is and what do we value, what do we believe is important. Now, these things, there's 3 things in it: being safe, being respectful, and being responsible. Those 3 things can help us be the best students ever. They can help us be the best school staff, teachers, lunchroom ladies, custodians, helpers, all of us, and Principal O, all of us, to make us the best we can be. Being safe, being respectful, being responsible. So, we want to talk about that today. First, we need to learn the code. Now, if you're new to this school, you don't know the code yet, unless the teachers have started talking to you about it, which they might. But if you've been here before, you know what the Little Pirate Code is. So let's say the Little Pirate Code all together. But first, I will say it first. Then, when I say it again, you guys join me, okay? First time, here's for me. Hart Elementary students are safe, respectful, and take responsibility. Little pirates have a heart. Good job. Now let's all do it together. Ready? Hart Elementary students are safe, respectful, and take responsibility. Little pirates have a heart. Nice job. Well, basically, following the Little Pirate Code means that you got to use your good brain and something very important, your eyes and your ears. What do you see when you're being safe? What do you see when you're being responsible? What do you see when you're being respectful? Same thing with your ears. What do you hear being safe, respectful, and responsible? And if you think about those things, use your eyes and your ears and your brain, and you think about it, you will know how to be safe, respectful, and responsible. So in all the different categories of our school, we want to be safe, respectful, responsible. In the playground, what do you see to be safe? How are we safe? Walking feet would be safe when we're getting to the playground, right? Being responsible by going down the slides. We can hear that, we can see that. That would help us know if we're doing and following the Pirate Code. How about the cafeteria? The lunchroom. What should we see in the lunchroom to be safe, respectful, responsible? Well, we should see students sitting. We should hear middle voices, not little whisper, but not super big. We could hear people eating maybe quietly. We could hear the teachers in the lunch aids when they're given instructions of when to dump your trays and things like that. So if you use your eyes and your ears in the cafeteria, the lunchroom, it'll help you be safe, respectful, responsible. It'll help you to think about all those things. Does it look like I'm being safe? Does it look like I'm being respectful? Does it sound like that? And how about the bathroom? The bathroom, what should it sound like if we're being safe in the bathroom? What does it sound like if we are being respectful? How about this? We're not screaming at the other kids in the bathroom. How about being responsible? What would you see being responsible in the bathroom? You would see people washing their hands, throwing things in the garbage. You would hear flushing the toilet. All those things. If you use your eyes and your ears and make good choices, it'll help you be safe, respectful, responsible. So you should be able to hear it, and they should be able, other people should see it and hear it in you, right? And what about the classroom? A classroom that is being respectful is probably following the directions of the teacher, doing what they ask. Responsible, working on your work when you're supposed to, staying in your seat. I bet you could see people sitting in their seats, right? Then there is the bus and going to the bus. You know, I know the bus is a little louder, and sometimes that's okay. But we got to make sure we follow the same rules, the same code on the bus. The bus is very important. We don't want the bus driver to be distracted because it could be dangerous. Okay, so we want to, what do we see that's safe on the bus? We see students sitting in their seats, right? What do we hear? We hear students talking nicely back and forth to each other. What do we hear for being responsible? Getting up and paying attention when it's your time to get off. Following the basic bus rules. When to put the windows out, when to put the windows down, sit in the right seat, do what the bus driver tells you. Those are responsible things that you can see and you can hear. So those are really good also. So I think we covered them all.
If not, ask your teacher. Your teacher is really smart, and they know how to be safe. They know how to be respectful, and they know how to be responsible. You guys have a great day and a great week. Bye.